X-Men, released in 1993, is one of the top games made for the Sega Genesis. Taking place in the Danger Room that simulates any possible scenario that the X-Men may face, there is a virus that disabled the safety settings in the Danger Room, forcing you to work through the toughest challenges and enemies the X-Men have ever faced. You can play solo or give your partner a Mad Catz controller and tackle these obstacles with a friend. You choose between Gambit, Wolverine, Cyclops, and Nightcrawler. They will all have the same basic attack, speed, and jumping ability. They differ truly by superpower. Cyclops with a ranged high-damaging laser, Gambit with the wildly unpredictable range explosive cards, Wolverine with the temporarily increased melee damaging claws, and by far the most powerful Nightcrawler with the ability to teleport and instant disintegration of his enemies. You get one-use aid from some of the secondary B-Team X-Men. Iceman makes a screen-wide bridge that you can abuse to skip some difficult enemies and jumps. Archangel, who will fly across the screen and deal massive damage in waves. Storm, who will just annihilate everything on screen. Rogue, who will do her best and deliver a single punch on an enemy, which is... you'll need all the help you can get fighting the classic bad guys such as Juggernaut, Sabretooth, Apocalypse, Mojo, and Magneto. The sprites beautifully designed and do the comic and 90s cartoon villains proud. The stages are meticulously crafted. The forest looks like a forest, the spaceships look like spaceships, the destroyed cityscape looks like a post-apocalyptic ruin. The stages are easily identifiable and unique, and they have so many things going on the screen without any frames dropping. I'm extremely impressed at what they've accomplished on the Sega Genesis. The enemies are varied, have different abilities, and ramp up in difficulty in a very deceptive way, and are uniquely designed with the different abilities and powers. The game is directed by Bruce Straley, the man behind Uncharted 4 and The Last of Us. Some of my personal favorites: the man is legendarily good at making a good game, and he got a start on X-Men for the Sega Genesis. Backed up on the amazing soundtrack and well-crafted sound effects, the Wolverine claws and sheathing, the teleport from Nightcrawler is very satisfying. The Jean Grey save when you fall off a cliff, they nailed the sounds of the X-Men universe. The music itself does not get old and can be catchy and repeated in your head some 20 years later. Trust me. Some of the best summers I had was spending the $2 to rent the game for a weekend and bash my head against the difficulty curve until I finally learned how to pick Nightcrawler and abuse the lack of balance that is so common in video games.